Hi, my name is Quentin Reeder. I'm a student this fall in the CO 275 course on mobile device development and security being taught at Grand Rapids Community College by um, Professor Machevsky. This brief video reviews the steps involved in installing the KitchenSink application in the Titanium Mobile IDE. The KitchenSink app is a companion application for the IDE that showcases the use of nearly every API and option available in the Titanium Mobile SDK environment. Particularly useful is the fact that it contains sample code that could be used in building custom applications. So it's an excellent reference source for developers, both experienced and beginners such as myself. It might be useful before I begin the actual installation steps to take a look at my SDK environment. And here you will see that we have the Android SDK tools right here, and the Rev 20.0.3. I think that's recommended by by Titanium. That's the base SDK version. And then down here you will see the Android SDK 2.2 API 8, and that API contains both the SDK platform tools as well as the Google APIs, again API version 8, again, and those are required by the Titanium environment. I've also installed some of the extras here, and I thought that it might be helpful to have some of them available at some point. After the SDK manager finished downloading and installing these SDK components, it came back with the recommendation to install the Android 4.1 APIs as well, which I did, except for, as you can see, a couple that were not required. And so that gives you an idea of the components of the development environment that I'm actually working in. So let's move on to Titanium and start the installation of the API. Well, here's the Titanium Studio dashboard, and the first step that we have here is to choose our installation type. So I'm going to go down here and bring up the menu of tools that are available, and we're going to install the KitchenSink API using the samples Explorer. So we're going to select the KitchenSink API, and then we're going to import the sample as a project. Our first step here will be to find the resources file on disk, and I've already pre-installed that in my Titanium workspace, which is right here. So hit OK right there. Now that we've located it, we'll finish there, and this operation will start for us automatically. On my system, this particular operation runs about 4 minutes, so we'll take a little break and come back when we're finished. Okay, well, the cloning process is completed, and really the next step, and actually the last step in this process, is to simply run the application. So we're going to select run the Titanium Android emulator, KitchenSink, using the KitchenSink app, and we'll bring that up right now. This goes through a build process, and on my system this takes 2 or 3 minutes. We'll let this thing run right here so you can see some of the messages that will show up down here in the console window. and in a moment we'll see the main panel for the emulator pop up. And when they say 1 moment or two, it is a few moments. Well, maybe this time around it's going to be a little bit longer than a few moments, so we'll just pause this and wait till that comes up, and I'll be back as soon as it does. Here it is. So that took about a minute or two, and now it will continue building as it completes launching the emulator and building the KitchenSink app. So that will take, again, 4 or 5 minutes on my computer, and when that's finished, I'll come back and just show you a few of the features of the app itself. Okay, well, we can see that um, the launcher is telling us that it's finished bringing up the Android emulator with the KitchenSink app. So let's take a look at the emulator itself and some of the features of the application. Okay, well, the build is finished, and the emulator has been launched, and the application has been compiled and installed in the emulator. And once that's done, your home page on the emulator will look like this, and you can click on the apps menu here and select the KitchenSink application, and here you'll see um, any number of tools that you can use that are part of the KitchenSink app. I'm going to go back to controls here, and let's just pick the slider and see what that one looks like. And it gives you tools that you can use to configure the slider if you want. And again, back to some of the other controls. Let's take a look at the switch. And again, we can switch it on, switch it off, change the switch, hide and show, and so on. So a great set of tools, and the best thing about it is that you can take a look at the source code that's behind them and make use of that code in some of your own projects. Well, I want to thank you very much for taking time to take a look at this little video, and I hope that it's been very helpful for you.